Hello, my gang. We're back with another update video. We're in August of 2026, and I want to update you on what is going on with the brand and building my personal brand as a photographer in Brisbane, Australia. First off, big milestone for this financial year. We cracked six figures. We invoiced 100K, which, look, in reality, there's not really that much money these days, but it's just a huge milestone for me in my head.
This is the greatest company in the world!
Of cool, small business. We crack six figures, we can do it. And we want to just up and up from here. And remembering this is invoice, not profit, but profits are also up for the year, which is really good. And also we can see a growth in the CAC to LTV. So I'll do another video on what that means and a deep dive later. But cost to acquire a customer, how much it costs me to get them, to how much they spend with me. This financial year was, well, for every dollar I spend, a customer will pay me $5.59, which is good. That's a good CAC to LTV, and it's growing because year to date the CAC to LTV has been 6.27. So for every dollar someone spends with me, for every dollar I spend, they spend $6.27 with me, which is good. Later in the video, I'll tell you about some other milestones that are happening with the business growth, but what the plan is to grow the business further is two things. One is shooting behind the scenes content without sounding like a dickhead. Part of my photo shoots is an experience to shoot with me. It's not to rock up for some stale headshots or some corporate video. It's I need to show that we just hang out, have a laugh, and it's a very chill environment, which will help the people that are like a lot of my target audiences is not used to being in front of the camera. So to make them be like, fuck, this guy is comfortable. He's got a bit of personality. He's a real human. And that looks like a lot of fun. I think that I do want to book with him because everyone else looks like they're stale or whatever. They're not showing what it's like to shoot with them. And the second thing is I'm still trying to work out what I want I've been looking at the screen down here and not here. I wonder if you can see that I wasn't talking the right thing. I've been working on and wondering what I want my long form to be. I've been trying the interview where I'm behind the camera and the person that I'm interviewing is in front of the camera, but I'm still finding that even though I can set it very comfortable for them, it's a lot more hit and miss of when I'm on the camera with them. So we're going to be starting a long form podcast style interviews I've built this network of sick, elite people. You know, we've got actors, CEOs, founders, musicians, creative directors, all these sick people in my network now that I've been shooting with. And I want to tap into their network. So we're going to be doing podcasts centered around backing yourself and going all in and how these people have done it. And then hopefully they share it with their audience, and then all their audience are like my ideal customers. So then, you know, all this cross-pollinating. And also, I want to give them a platform that they can speak on and give them content so that people can buy it even more into their story. And I think it's just highlights, like I've asked probably like 5 or 6 people that are in my network if they'd be keen. And I've already got 6, all 6 of them lined up. So the fact that they have been like just immediate yeses from them, and these are people that are like, you know, they're professional athletes or CEOs of companies and stuff like that, and they've just been immediately yes, that it's a really big green light that the goodwill that I've built with my brand and the relationships I've built is really strong. And that's what's going to build a sustaining brand going ahead and business going ahead, is that it's going to last a long time and have good connections because of how I've built this and conducted myself with my customers. So it's just a little proud moment too that I've been able to build that rapport. Next up, along with that, I've become the guy.
Yeah, baby.
Or I want to be the guy. My customers want me to be their guy. I've had 2 separate organizations want me to be a vetted vendor for their businesses. One, Inspireworks, which is a new startup that helps people changing work, like whether they're going for a job or transitioning careers, or they were in a high CEO position or a higher management position and they want to transition to another thing, about how helping them how to make themselves most attractive and transition in their careers. Or, you're a mother returning to work and you haven't been to work for 10 years because you've been raising kids. How do you even write a resume? How do you interview? All of these kind of things. And they want me to be a vendor on their website as an approved vendor and personal brand photographer. So that's cool, being one of the asked to be one of the OGs in that. And then second is in the works with a athlete agency that manages up and coming athletes and professional athletes. That will be the dude that they can refer their athletes to who want to build and work on their brands, whether that's through photography or strategies or how to get in front of brands for sponsorship. So that'll be really sick. We're still hashing that out, but really keen to work with that because I would love to tap into more of the sports market because I like sports and sport people are sick. With the continuation of building the brand, I'm attracting my ideal customers. More and more of my ideal customers are finding me, and we're moving it up the ranks on the level of people we're working with. So 3 key ones that have really stuck in my brain since the start of this year is we've had a elite surgeon who's a head surgeon at a orthopedic hospital on the Sunshine Coast, Dr. Rodder, to help him build his brand with photos and videos and all the stuff that they need for this new Gucci private hospital. And he is the dude, when it comes to knees and hips, he is a legend. So they're the kind of people in whatever field I would like to keep working with and attract. Second, we have a fucking actor. It's going to sound kind of cringe, but when we shot together, I really felt like an artiste, where we were just there going with each other vibes, and these photos turned out so sick. And this guy is he's on the mission and the journey to be in big movies. He's only playing supporting roles at the moment, but I have pretty high faith that he will make it. He just has that drive and that look. But it was so sick to shoot with him. Those photo shoots you see with William Dafoe and all right, what's his name?
All right.
Just saying that, you should know who I'm talking about. The man, Matthew McConaughey, that's it. The photo shoots where you can see the photographers just hanging out and making cool images with them. That's what this was. And it was so sick to attract something like that. And then finally, another big advertising agency, they're a media buying agency, got me to shoot their exec team and now want me to shoot their team of 26, which will be super sick. We vibe really well and we got each other. But again, to attract just bigger clients, it's really sick that the brand is doing its job. We have an update on the Chasing Green documentary. Holy crikey fuck. This has been such an effort. Total hats off to documentary filmmakers because you go film for a couple of days. You just got to film everything, right? You rock up. You don't know where the story is. So you got to capture so much footage and then in post, get it and try and condense it and find the story into something watchable. And just that process is insanely time consuming. I cannot overstate that. But we're getting good feedback. There's people invested. They're asking when the next episode is coming out because I've fallen behind a little bit. We're nearly done. And we've had our first payoff from doing it. Jess has introduced me to a 5-time Olympic athlete, a gold medalist and bronze medalist, Nat Cook. Now, if you're not Australian, you probably don't know who she is. And if you're not into volleyball, you don't know who she is. But I remember her growing up, being on TV and being one of the darlings of our Olympic teams because she was just in 5 Olympic Games over so many different years. She was the girl. So, intro to her, which will be a sick athlete to add to my project Immortals, but also long term, she's on the Olympic Committee, number 1, and 2, she works with a bunch of up-and-coming athletes or athletes that are either trying to go pro or are pro and going into the Olympics. It'll be sick to do a cool project with her and hopefully continue working together with those other 2 avenues. And finally, on the podcast, it needs to be an extension of my photography. I've still been trying to find what the video element is that really works like I want to create it. It looks and feels like my images. And I think that this might be the outlet for that. Not only for my own brand and building it because I just really enjoy doing it, but productizing it as well, as some of the corporate or some of my clients that are not comfortable on the camera, we can do something like this where it's more of a conversation and I can get a very genuine version of what they're trying to say and portray out. And if I don't want them to be on the podcast, like on my channels, we can record episodes and they can just release it to their audiences, have it hosted on their website, have all the little snippets that we can do, cut from it. And it's just a shit ton of really good brand building content so that when people rock up to their brand or their company and they watch this kind of stuff, they can buy in to their message and what they're about. So I think that's about it. May have forgotten something. Follow me on Instagram because I'm more active on there of what I'm up to. And stay tuned for the next interview release. I'm still trying to think of a name. I think I'm going to go with, what did I call it? The Leap. Taking the leap, backing yourself. I know, we'll see. Haven't decided yet. Make sure to stay tuned for the next episode of that. Follow me on Spotify. And cheers for hanging around and following the journey, guys. I will see you on the next one. Peace.